All right, let's just skip the small talk and dive straight into what is arguably the single most critical metric for a hospital's financial survival. Seriously, if you really want to know if a healthcare facility is actually thriving behind the scenes, there's just one crucial number you absolutely have to wrap your head around, and that is the occupancy rate. Now, it might sound a little technical, but the core formula for this is actually incredibly straightforward. Basically, you just take the number of occupied beds, right, and divide it by the total number of available beds. That's it. It's essentially just measuring the exact percentage of a hospital's beds that currently have patients in them at any given time.
So why does this simple little math equation matter so much? Well, let's picture a school bus. Imagine a standard bus with, say, 10 seats, but there are only 3 kids actually riding it. Now compare that to a completely packed, fully loaded bus. What's the fundamental business truth here? Well, driving that mostly empty bus costs the exact same amount in gas, maintenance, and the driver's salary as driving the completely full one.
Okay, so how does this translate to the actual hospital floor? Well, just like that school bus, a hospital's seats are its beds. An empty bed is exactly like an empty seat on that bus. It's not helping any patients, obviously, but here's the kicker. It is still absolutely costing the facility money to run. Having a bunch of empty beds isn't just some neutral thing. It's actually a massive, massive drain on resources, simply because of how a hospital's expenses are structured.
You see, hospitals operate with enormous fixed costs. Just think about it for a second. You've got the real estate for the massive building itself, the depreciation on that multi-million-dollar medical equipment, and of course the salaries for all your core clinical staff. You have to pay for all of this stuff regardless of whether you have 10 patients walking through the doors or 1,000. Because these colossal costs are basically locked in, occupancy acts like this powerful operating leverage dial. Every extra bed you fill beyond a certain break-even point, that revenue drops almost entirely to the bottom line, which significantly boosts their overall profit margins.
So you're probably wondering, what does this look like in the real world? What's the target? Well, it's right around 70 to 75%. That right there is the magic occupancy rate for a mature, highly profitable hospital. If they're consistently hitting that range, their operating leverage is perfectly dialed in. But hey, quick caveat here. If a hospital just opened up a brand new wing, that new section might temporarily drag down the hospital's overall headline number. It might start out around, 35 to 45%. So you always want to look under the hood. You got to check if a lower blended number is because the core business is actually struggling, or if it's literally just a brand new wing that's still ramping up. So, the next time you're looking at a hospital's financial health, just ask yourself one simple question. Are they filling their seats? Medical breakthroughs and flashy new equipment, they always grab the headlines. But it's actually that quiet, relentless focus on filling those beds that truly dictates whether a hospital can survive in the long run. Are they maximizing that operational leverage we talked about, or are they just driving an incredibly expensive, mostly empty bus straight toward a financial cliff?